All right. So, good evening and welcome to the third lecture of UI/UX Design Fundamental. And today we are going to cover a few things, that will help the overall UX process for the projects, right? So today we are going to cover user research, general research, competitive analysis. All right. So to do this, we of course need a project, right? So what we are going to do is we have this project that we'll have to take into consideration and then get started for the research. So what's the project? So project is about designing a online travel booking platform. So I am audible, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So the project is about redesigning the online booking platform. Okay. So imagine that this is the project that a client has given to us. Okay. And we are working as a team. All right. So what you have to do is you first have to understand what the project is about. So let's go through the overview. We are a leading online travel booking platform seeking to revamp our platform to provide superior user experience to competitors. We believe a user-centered approach is vital, and we are engaging your team to lead this transformation. Okay, so it's an overview of the project as to what needs to be done. Okay, what is the objective of the project? The primary objective is to
हेलो
redesign. Hello, hi Rishi.
हाँ हर्ष सॉरी एग्जाम और अभी जस्ट खत्म हुआ तो फोन से ज्वाइन करा अभी तो रूम जा रहा हूँ फिर ज्वाइन करता हूँ सिस्टम से
Sure, sure. So the objective of the project is, to redesign the existing platform, enhance the usability, visual appeal, and overall user satisfaction. So what you want to do is attract and retain a broader user base. Okay, so that means it is for mass. Key goals for the redesign: improve overall usability, user friendliness, enhance booking experience for flights, hotel, other services, visually appealing and consistent design language, optimize mobile responsiveness, increase user engagement and retention. Okay, so these are the key goals. And what is the expected outcome? See, the expected outcome is that it should be fully redesigned and approved online booking platform that sets apart from the industry. Okay, so what happens here is you will get such briefs from the clients. Okay, so यहाँ पे क्या होगा? You will study their business. You will understand their business. Okay, what exactly they are trying to do. So करना क्या है उनकी website revamp करके? What is the main goal that they would like to achieve? Okay, so this was the project that we'll be first working on, and as I mentioned earlier, that in today's lecture we will be doing user research, general research, and competitive analysis. Okay, so let's see as to what is the first step, that is the user research. Okay, so what is user research? It is the first part of our design thinking process, which is empathize. Okay, which is empathize. So we have to understand the user's pain points, user behavior, and user's mindset. So what do we do for user research? So we first conduct surveys. Okay, we first conduct surveys, and these surveys will be what these surveys will be held, with our friends and families. Okay, you can also send this to the client, and वो भी अपने existing users को भेज सकता है for the inputs. So what is the primary thing that we need for forming a question or for forming a survey? It is a questions. तो हम कौन से questions देखें? What questions should we ask the users? So that will help us understand their pain points, their mindset, their behaviors. Okay. So let's start on Figma itself. So I hope, by the way, everyone practice Figma?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So before we move ahead, let's see this. So one by one, just share your screen and present us to what you guys have done. So there's no sort of judgment or this thing that how you have done what you have done. It is just to see as to what progress you guys have made. So we'll start with Honey first. So just share
Uh,
your screen.
so I'll go second. Like I have to open my Figma, so it will take time.
Okay, Rutuja, you can share. Rutuja.
Hello. Hello, I'm audible.
Please share your screen.
Sir, can I just share my camera over the laptop, like what I've done?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Can I just open the camera and share you the screen over the laptop?
Ah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. ये बैक कैमरा कैसा ओपन करायचं आहे?
It's on the top
Yes.
right. It's on the top right. Okay. So I've only done one.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Vinny.
So can I share my screen?
Okay. Sure. You can.
So is it visible?
Yes. Okay. Okay. So at least you now know as to how to use Figma, right?
Yeah, basic. And yesterday I was trying this. Like it's
Okay. Cool. Cool. Nice. Vinny, do you have any screen to share?
सॉरी सर और रिटर्न मेरी सिस्टम में कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ गई थी तो वो रिपेयर में था कल ही आया तो और आज टाइम नहीं था मेरे पास आने के बाद
ओके ठीक है ठीक है सो ऋषि आपने भी ट्राई किया है हैव यू ट्राइड
I tried a bit, but due to इतना नहीं करा है कुछ.
आई डिडंट गेट यू योर वॉइस इज क्रैकिंग अ लॉट
अभी आ रही है आवाज? Are you able to hear me now?
हाँ बेटर
हाँ. तो थोड़ा ट्राई किया मैंने, बट उतने डिजाइन जो लास्ट आपने जो टास्क किया था वो कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ.
ओके ओके ठीक है सो जो भी किया हो वंस यू रीच जस्ट शेयर मी द लिंक ऑन व्हाट्सएप
हाँ, मैं रूम पहुंच के करता हूँ.
ठीक है ओके ऑलराइट सो लेट्स कंटिन्यू with our research part. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do is the questions. We have to form the questions. Okay, so we'll do that in Figma only. Okay, so let's take up an artboard. will take a pen and go to 1920511080. Okay, let's see. Research. Okay. And what we are going to do is we are going to count the survey questions. My screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So now you guys tell me what sort of questions I can ask. So the agenda, for this questionnaire is that we have to find the pain points. We have to find the behaviors of the user and the mindset. ठीक है? ये हमारा आउटकम होना चाहिए. So let's start कि हम क्या क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हैं.
Details about them, demographic details.
Okay, name, age,
Name, age, nationality,
gender, location. ठीक है. इसके बाद everyone can answer. So जिसको जो थॉट आ रहा है, जो दिमाग में आ रहा है, वो बोल सकते हैं. चैट में भी लिख सकते हो, अनम्यूट करके भी बोल सकते हो. Just
introduction about them.
You probably won't need that right now. हाँ. So think from that perspective कि हमको इसके बाद आउटकम ये मिलना चाहिए कि हमको इस यूजर का जो बिहेवियर है टिकट बुकिंग प्लेटफॉर्म पे, सो वो कैसा मिलेगा. वो कैसे
Do they? Okay. Do you travel?
Okay. Or probably how often do you travel?
How often do you travel?
Right. So इसका हम options भी देंगे because it's easier for them to answer. So once a month, once a year, or once in 6 months, once a year, and lastly we'll give an option of other if they have anything else to write. Okay. What more can we ask?
Budget.
Okay. But
हाँ सर,
फॉर्म करना पड़ेगा बजट के लिए. हाँ मिनट कुछ बोल रहे थे आप.
बजट फिक्स होना चाहिए. कितना आपका बजट में है, कितना बजट है मतलब ट्रैवल करने के लिए? आप 5 स्टार 6 स्टार कौन से होटल में मतलब ट्रैवल?
Okay. So can we form a question around it?
I think in which location normally where you want to travel can be one of the question. And from that, the budget question can also come up.
बजट क्वेश्चन.
ठीक है.
And
So एक क्वेश्चन सबसे पहले तो ऐड कर सकते हैं that do you use travel platforms? सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन. Yes, I do. No, I use agents. Right? So at least हमको ये पता चलेगा कि कितने परसेंटेज ऑफ यूजर यूज कर रहे हैं ना ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म. We get some chat about that. Correct? Then how often do you travel? ठीक है. बजट पे भी आते हैं. आई एम नॉट गेटिंग अ प्रॉपर क्वेश्चन. इफ यू गाइस हैव, लेट मी नो. ऐसा लिखते हैं उसको. डू यू प्लान योर
No.
holidays with a fixed budget? So हमको यहाँ पर बजट जान के कुछ मिलेगा नहीं, पर एटलीस्ट ये पता चलेगा कि लोग जब बुकिंग कर रहे हैं, डू दे हैव अ बजट इन माइंड और नॉट. तो दैट कुड बी बेनिफिशियल, क्योंकि बजट सबका अलग अलग हो सकता है ना. अब कोई इंटरनेशनल ट्रिप कर रहा है तो उसका बजट अलग ही होगा. कोई डोमेस्टिक ट्रिप कर रहा है, कोई वीकेंड की ट्रिप कर रहा है तो उसका बजट अलग होगा. सो बजट इज सब्जेक्टिव, but at least we come to know whether they plan with budget in mind or not, है ना. Next.
And one more question can be: do you use travel platform in which yes, do after that there could be one more question. Normally, which platforms do you use, and top 3 priorities, like which big platforms we can just write down and they can check, so we can compare it with those platforms to our UI for UX.
Perfect. Which platform do you use for or rather which travel booking platform do you prefer? So let's list out some. So Ease My Trip, Make My Trip, right? Yatra, Airbnb, Booking.com, right? And we can write others. On the list to come videos. ठीक है. So ये this was a good question. और questions. Think. और भी बहुत questions आ सकते हैं. So एक question ये हो सकता है ना कि mostly what do you prefer booking from? है ना? Whether you use web or mobile app or mobile web.
Yeah.
Mobile app, website, mobile web. Next, all questions. Think.
I don't know if this question can come or not. Like, what kind of issues do you find when you are booking? Like, anything troubles you or which irritates you, something
Yes.
like that. Pain point, like directly asking such question. बस इसको
What
फ्रेम
issues
थोड़ा
do
करना
you-
पड़ेगा.
Yes. What issues do you face in travel platform? Second question. एक हो सकता है difficult to find the right package. एक हो सकता है पेमेंट इशू. और कौन से इश्यूज हो सकते हैं?
So वही पेमेंट में कौन सा एप्लीकेशन यूज करते हैं यूजर्स?
सॉरी,
पेमेंट के लिए कौन सा ज्यादा एप्लीकेशन यूज करते हैं यूजर्स, जैसे जीपे, पेटीएम एंड ऑल?
ओके ठीक है, उसको नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन रख सकते हैं. व्हाट पेमेंट मोड डू यू प्रेफर? अभी द क्वेश्चन इज कि व्हाट इश्यूज डू यू फेस इन ट्रैवल प्लेटफॉर्म. सो एक हो सकता है डिफिकल्टी इन फाइंडिंग द राइट पैकेज, एक है पेमेंट इश्यूज, और क्या हो सकता है? maybe verified service provider.
Provide a travel service based
Provided.
travel service for user based experience.
Your voice is not clear, Vinay.
Uh, base service for travel.
Base
Hello.
service travel.
Uh,
जैसे कार रेंटल वगैरह वैसे.
platform service provider user.
So आप ये कह रहे हैं कि जो डे सर्विस होती है जैसे कार रेंटल हो गया, टिकट बुकिंग हो सब.
हाँ वो सब एक्सपीरियंस अच्छा रहे यूजर के लिए. कौन सी सर्विस आप दिक्कत आ रही है मतलब ऐप में दूसरे प्लेटफॉर्म से.
एक हो सकता है
cancellation charges.
हाँ हिडन चार्जेस. यस मैं डू इट. या हिडन नोटिफिकेशंस.
One can be customer
refund कब तक
problem
आएगा?
solution, like or from like problem solution. If we have if they got any like from customer care,
Support.
help center support.
ओके. और कौन अभी कह रहा था? ऋतुजा या हनी?
Cancellation charges and refund कितना आएगा?
हाँ वो हिडन चार्जेस में ये हमने कर दिया है. लक्ष्मी आपके कुछ पॉइंट्स, आपको कुछ इसमें ऐड करना हो?
I have one point. जिसमें do you prefer using platform for every like for in traveling there are different services, right? In travel platform, booking tickets of airlines, bus tickets, booking hotels, and many things. One question we can frame like, do you prefer different platforms for different stuff, or you would like to prefer only single platform for booking everything?
ओके ठीक है.
और एक और पॉइंट हो सकता है like what we normally everyone face I think is price changes on every other platform, like from one platform to another platform there will be a different price for like a same hotel or a same flight. So I think that is a pain point, but yeah.
ओके ओके. सो एक ये पॉइंट आते हैं. व्हाट फैक्टर्स डू यू कंसीडर while planning holiday or trip? It can be a business trip, right? So एक जो आपने बोला that is the cost, है ना? One is time or the schedule, the overall experience, है ना? कि booking experience कैसा है? Then discounts, rewards, and others. What more can we ask? We have 12 questions.
Normally people tend to jump from one platform to another जहाँ पे उनको सस्ता मिलता है ना.
Correct.
But देर आर पीपल जो एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म उनका फिक्स होता है कि हाँ मैं इसी से बुक करूंगा बिकॉज इट इज रिलायबल। तो इसका अपन को कोई क्वेश्चन फ्रेम करना चाहिए टू नो कि विच प्लेटफॉर्म, जो कि हमने ऑलरेडी शायद करा है वो प्लेटफॉर्म, विच प्लेटफॉर्म डू यू यूज टू बुक, बट स्टिल वो भी हमें काफी डिफरेंट चॉइसेस देगा। तो बाउंस रेट अगर हमें पता होगी तो फिर अपन उस प्लेटफॉर्म जहाँ पे बाउंस रेट कम है उसको देख सकते हैं।
So are you okay to switch the platform if the cost is comparatively lesser on the other platform, right? Yes.
Yes.
No. So at least we know whether they are loyal to their existing platform or not, even if there is a cost issue. है ना?
हर्ष, एक क्वेश्चन मेरा, दिस सर्वे विल बी अ क्वालिटेटिव सर्वे ना या क्वांटिटेटिव? ये क्वांटिटेटिव सर्वे हुआ ना एक तरह से तो।
Quantitative sir.
हाँ, क्योंकि क्वालिटेटिव सर्वे इफ वी आर गोइंग टू डू, वी आर गोइंग टू इंटरव्यू समवन।
Yes. So that would be their existing users. उस पे हम आते हैं.
ओके।
So एक होता है कि यूजर कभी भी डायरेक्टली आके बुक नहीं करता है. What they do is they first see, they compare prices, they plan out, and then they. So do you book immediately? So इससे हमको ये पता चलेगा whether you know first time user है उसका क्या thought process है और second time user आ रहा है उसका क्या thought process है.
बिल्कुल, even like just directly on their jobs and even the description we can differentiate, like as a student, if कोई स्टूडेंट है तो वो नॉर्मली सबसे अपना चीपेस्ट, सिंगल है स्टूडेंट है तो अपना सबसे चीपेस्ट ट्रैवल ही कहीं सर्च करेगा। वो काफी सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे घूमेगा, देखेगा कि हाँ सबसे सस्ता कहाँ मिल रहा है, एंड देन और जितने कूपन्स मिल सकते हैं उतने कूपन्स लगाएगा और बुक करेगा। दैट इज द बेस्ट केस सिनेरियो फॉर हिम, वो अपने लिए ढूंढ के निकालेगा। उस इट एग्जिस्ट करती हैं बहुत सारी ट्रैवलिंग प्लेटफॉर्म, जैसे कायक है, फिर क्या नाम था उसका,
So यहाँ पर हम एक चीज ये डाल सकते हैं और what do you do? So we can give them the option. I am a student. I am a working professional. I have my business. है ना? So इससे आपको पता चलेगा कि कौन से टाइप ऑफ यूजर क्या,
कौन सी क्लास में है वो।
हाँ करेक्ट, उनका बिहेवियर पता चलेगा उससे।
लाइक यहाँ पे बट एक ऑप्शन नहीं है ना थ्रू विच वी कैन नो कि वो फैमिली पर्सन है या फिर सिंगल है।
हाँ तो नहीं, उसका एक क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं ना हम कि जैसे with whom do you travel the most, है ना? So at least we'll know, और इसमें मल्टीपल चॉइस रख सकते हैं, friends, family, alone, correct, and we can also have business trip. करेक्ट. चलो वन लास्ट क्वेश्चन, वरना इससे ज्यादा करेंगे तो यूजर बोर हो जाएगा.
हाँ,
Uh,
वो आंसर नहीं देगा वो.
exactly. So, do you prefer post sales services while traveling? So, बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि we book something and we still need some more service. जैसे कार रेंटल हो गया, या we need some tickets for some show, ना? जो तो वो भी provide करते हैं. Correct. So we can ask for that also. So company को या business को ये पता चलेगा whether they should opt for that particular thing or not. है ना? ठीक है. So these are the questions for the surveys. अब coming to this question, see हम करेंगे क्या इसका? So we have to create a Google form, ठीक है? और ये आपका real sense में करना है, ठीक है? You have to create a Google form with these questions. I'll send you a document for this, okay? And you have to take the inputs from your friends and family, जितने मिल सके, ठीक है? So हमारा next lecture जब Wednesday होगा, तब हम इसको आप individual आपके जितने भी whatever inputs you have, right? So we'll go through them, and based on that we'll move ahead to the next step. Okay. So right now, these questions, these 16 questions, 17 questions, right? We have to put on a Google form. So we won't be doing it right now, but individually you guys have to do it. Okay. Post the lecture. Now moving ahead to the second part, which is the interview. Now we won't be doing interview for random users, since this is an existing platform. The project is for an existing platform. What we'll do is we'll ask similar questions. So of course इसमें से बहुत सारे questions so valid नहीं होंगे, जैसे which travel platform do you prefer, है ना? पूछ सकते हो, लेकिन अगर मान लो आप मेक माई ट्रिप के लिए काम कर रहे हो, so of course उसका कस्टमर है, but still if you want to ask you can. So what you can do is you can ask the same questions, ठीक है, to their existing users also. उससे हमको ये पता चलेगा कि जो existing user है उसका mindset कैसा है, और जो सर्विस कंडक्ट कर रहे हैं उससे हमको ये पता चलेगा जो एग्जिस्टिंग यूजर नहीं है उसका माइंडसेट कैसा है. और जब हम इंटरव्यूज कंडक्ट करेंगे, ऑफ कोर्स हम लिटरली इंटरव्यूज तो कंडक्ट नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज दिस इज नॉट अ लाइव प्रोजेक्ट, बट ये जो ऑप्शंस है, करेक्ट, these options won't make sense, so we won't be giving them the options in the interview. We'll give it open for them, we'll leave it open for them as to what do you do. So let them tell you as to this is what I do. What travel platform do you use, or do you use it or not? Of course they do, because they are an existing customer. So ये वाला question interview में हट जाएगा. How often do you travel? So they'll tell you multiple answers, so you have to write those down, ठीक है? So अगर आपको इंटरव्यूज कंडक्ट करने भी है, you can do, ठीक है, with your close ones, and you can take that approach also. So what you can do is you can ask them in the first place which platform do you use, and you can then ask the question that you are working for Make My Trip or Yatra, etc., and then you can ask the questions, ठीक है? So you will get some more inputs compared to the survey. क्लियर है? उसमें आपको एकदम ड्रिल डाउन इनपुट्स मिलेंगे, what जो आपने एक्सपेक्ट भी नहीं किए होंगे, एंड दोज वुड बी द मेजर पेन पॉइंट्स फॉर द यूजर्स. सो इससे हमको एक ओवरऑल यूजर की मेंटालिटी पता चलेगी विद रिगार्ड्स टू ट्रैवल प्लेटफॉर्म एटसेट्रा. विद इंटरव्यूज विल कम टू नो देयर एग्जिस्टिंग पेन पॉइंट्स अ लॉट, ठीक है? सो उसके हम क्वेश्चंस फॉर्म नहीं कर रहे हैं बिकॉज इट वुड बी द सेम, बस थोड़ा यहाँ करना होगा हमको, ठीक है? नाउ मूविंग टू द जनरल रिसर्च का, दिस इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग। अब जनरल रिसर्च क्या है? सो जनरल रिसर्च के भी हमको कुछ आउटकम निकालने हैं, दैट इज स्टैट्स एंड डेटा। अब इसके लिए भी हमको ना सर्च करना पड़ेगा, ये हम किसी से पूछेंगे नहीं, आई मीन कोई ह्यूमन से, बट विल गूगल इट, विल यूज चैट जीपीटी, विल यूज बार्ड, BARD बार्ड, व्हिच इज द गूगल प्लेटफॉर्म, जहाँ पर आपको लेटेस्ट डेटा मिलता है। सो उसके लिए व्हाट ऑल थिंग्स डू वी हैव टू सर्च, लेट्स सी दैट। ओके, सो हम कैसे क्वेश्चंस पूछेंगे कि हमको कोई परसेंटेज मिलेगा, हमको कोई डेटा मिलेगा, वैसा कुछ, करेक्ट? सो लेट्स सी, क्या क्वेश्चन हो सकता है? आई मीन यू गाइस अगेन स्टार्ट, what questions can we ask so that we know or we can get some stats or some data.
Hey GPT, act as a user researcher. You give the statistical data on all of these questions.
Sorry.
Hey GPT, act as a user researcher for a travel company. I'm giving you this list of questions. On the current data, give me the statistical data for these options.
So we'll have to at least give a prompt to ChatGPT also. So what prompt do we give them? Not to form the questions, but we have to form the questions and tell ChatGPT that these are the some sort of data that I want. So man lo, for example, let's give us the first question, that how many users currently use travel booking platform, है ना? सो ऐसे और कौन से क्वेश्चंस हो सकते हैं जहाँ पे हमको कुछ इनपुट्स मिलेंगे या कुछ डेटा मिलेगा, कुछ स्टैट्स मिलेंगे? सो थिंक ऑफ दोज क्वेश्चंस। So how many packages are booked in a day on an average? Yeah, which places are traveled the most? Correct. So what more questions can we ask them? Think.
बहुत सारे यूजर ऑलरेडी मतलब जो लॉग इन विद गूगल होता है तो वो यूज करते हैं, या फिर कोई कोई यूजर न्यू अकाउंट बनाता है।
करेक्ट। सो क्वेश्चन क्या है इसमें आपका? व्हाट इज योर क्वेश्चन इन दिस?
कितने यूजर्स यूज लॉग इन करते गूगल से या फिर न्यू अकाउंट बनाते हैं ऐसा?
ओके, हाउ मेनी यूजर्स prefer logging with Google over creating an account with email? It's a good question. ठीक है. What more questions can we ask? What is an average traffic on travel platforms? Correct. सब यूजर बेस पता चलेगा हमको इससे. एक स्ट्रेट क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं हम, व्हाट और विच प्लेटफॉर्म हैज मोस्ट नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स एंड बुकिंग्स? सो ये हम प्लेटफॉर्म का डिटेल रिसर्च कर सकते हैं, when we know as to कौन सी प्लेटफॉर्म पे सबसे ज्यादा यूजर्स है, और क्या पूछ सकते हैं या और क्या डेटा निकाल सकते हैं? व्हाट मोर स्टैट कैन बी एक्सट्रैक्ट? Which type of bookings are done majority of the time? Whether it's
फिर कौन से मंथ में बुकिंग्स होती
हाँ, ये भी अच्छा क्वेश्चन है।
है? तो
So when do users book the most throughout the year? Correct. एक हो सकता है what mode of travel do users usually prefer? एक और एक हमने जो सर्वे में भी क्वेश्चन लिया है, तो इसका एक जनरल स्टैट देखते हैं ना कि व्हाट इज द परसेंटेज ऑफ यूजर्स यूजिंग ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म एंड ऑफलाइन बुकिंग थ्रू एजेंट्स, है ना?
Even do we need like a question for do users use online web platform or they use mobile for the booking, for the
Yes,
travel
yes.
booking?
तो इसका हम देखिए अगर व्हाट परसेंटेज ऑफ यूजर्स यूज मोबाइल and mobile and website for travel booking. It's a good question. So, what percentage of users plan family trips versus a business trip? है ना?
Solo trip भी हो सकता है।
हाँ,
Right.
and solo trip. Good going.
And
एक तो हम जनरली क्वेश्चन पूछ लेते हैं, व्हाट इश्यूज यूजर्स फेस while booking through online platform. What are the factors? So जो हमने सर्वे में भी पूछा है, so उसका हम जनरल रिसर्च यूज कर सकते हैं. What are the factors that users consider while booking? So एक तो हमको डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम यूजर पता चलेगा, और एक होगा जो जनरली बाकियों ने भी जो रिसर्च की होगी, विल मेक यूज ऑफ दैट, है ना?
about offers and discount. How many users prefer discounts and offers?
How many users prefer discounts and offers
While booking.
on a platform?
Okay.
Nice.
ओके, हमारे पास जितना स्टेट्स एंड डेटा है, जितना हो उतना बेटर है ना।
यस यस यस।
इस या फिर इसको भी एक लिमिटेशंस तक हमें डेटा रखना चाहिए, स्टेट्स निकालने चाहिए।
सी अगर आपके पास ज्यादा डेटा है तो आप क्लाइंट को इजीली कन्विंस कर पाओगे, है ना। व्हाट इज एन एवरेज टाइम स्पेंड by a user on a travel platform, है ना।
हम्म, हाँ, ये बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है। That's a very nice question because normally it's a lot.
करेक्ट।
And how many packages are booked in a day on an average? Which places are traveled the most? How many other people log in with Google or creating an account with email? Many users nowadays, they don't want to create their account on a platform.
करेक्ट।
If this is a new thing, they don't want to create their account. They would just want to directly go through the process. They want to book their thing and directly check out. No account should exist on the platform. So we can ask this question too, or do we need to?
Okay. So how many users prefer guest
Creating.
checkout and creating a login? ठीक है।
Mm.
Cool. So I think
On
for now we
traveling
have
platform,
lots of
if it is.
sorry.
On traveling platform या फिर एक जनरल डेटा।
हाँ जनरल भी होगा तो इट इज ओके क्योंकि यूजर का बिहेवियर सेम ही रहेगा। We can find out both whatever we get. So अभी इसके लिए सी अब इसको हमें क्या करना है या हाँ बोलिए।
और सर ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है क्या कि जो यूजर्स है लाइक अगर क्वेश्चन पूछा कि आपको कैसा लाइक ट्रैवल करना आप ज्यादा पसंद करते हो, ऐसा जैसे ट्रेन में या 4 व्हीलर में एंड ऑल।
हाँ वो हमने पूछा ना यहाँ पे मोड वाला एक क्वेश्चन है। What mode of travel
What
do
mode
you
of travel do you use? Usually prefer?
ओके ओके।
In this traveling, in this platform, we are not considering about hotel bookings.
about?
Hotel bookings.
Any everything. So if you see the brief, it says enhance the booking process of flights, hotels, and other travel services.
So we have to think about different parts also, no? Because हमने उनके बारे में नहीं सोचा, hotels के बारे में. We didn't.
और उसमें ये हमने जो क्वेश्चंस फॉर्म किए हैं करेक्ट, सो उसमें वो सब कवर हो जाता है because when I say
Okay.
that traveling a holiday, so it is not only flights, it is not only train, it is overall. Correct. So now what we'll do is the next step, इसको हम present कैसे करेंगे, है ना, general research को. So what we'll do is we have this questions. So मान लो ये हमारा first question, ठीक है. So how many users currently use travel booking platform? So मैंने ऐसे research किया था, it was in 2022 1.13 billion. ठीक है. So अब क्या करेंगे, हम इसको थोड़ा सा बोल्ड करके इस तरीके से ना हम सारे स्टैट्स बनाएंगे. सो मे नॉट बी नेसेसरी कि हम एक ही पेज पे सब डालें. अगर आपके पास इसका कोई राइटअप है, ठीक है, तो वो आप कर सकते हैं. सो जैसे ये 2022 की रिसर्च है. I forgot the name of the website. यहाँ पर मैंने वो देखा था. But मान लो फॉर वो ट्रैवल करके कोई वेबसाइट होगी, ठीक है. सो हम उसका सोर्स दे देंगे. सो जब हम ये क्लाइंट को प्रेजेंट करेंगे, क्लाइंट नोस कि हम सिर्फ हवा में बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. It is from a proper source. Yeah? So this is how we are going to present our data for these stats. So it can be either number और कहाँ पर अगर हमको राइट अप देना है तो आप यहाँ पर 2 लाइन का राइट अप भी दे सकते हैं. It is open but not mandatory. Okay? कुछ क्वेश्चंस में आपको ऐसा सिंगल आंसर नहीं आएगा, बट जैसे अभी क्वेश्चन है कि व्हाट आर द इश्यूज दैट यूजर्स करंटली फेस. करेक्ट. सो अगर वो हम डालेंगे चैट जीपीटी पे या कहीं पर भी, तो आपको एक लिस्ट आएगी. करेक्ट. सो आप उसको एक अलग पेज पे प्रॉपर लिस्ट जैसा बना सकते हैं. सो लेट्स डू दैट. लेट्स सी उसको कैसे कर सकते हैं.
सर ये स्टैट फिग्मा में बनाना है.
सॉरी
जो ये स्टैट्स एंड डेटा बनाना है वो फिग्मा में बनाना है.
हाँ, सब कुछ फिग्मा में बनाना है.
और एमएस एक्सेल में भी कुछ तो बनता है ना.
क्या बनता है
एमएस एक्सेल में?
वो बनाने के लिए तो सब जगह ही बन जाएगा, बट वी विल डू एवरीथिंग ऑन फिग्मा ओनली.
ओके.
क्योंकि जब आप क्लाइंट को प्रेजेंट करते हो ना, इट इज मोर इजियर, है ना. और यहाँ पर आपको एक लिबर्टी मिल जाती है विथ रिगार्ड्स टू डिजाइन. सो क्लाइंट को जब when client sees a good presentation, no, they feel yes the work has been done. ना, क्योंकि अगर आप सिर्फ उसके नंबर दोगे एक एक्सेल में डाल के, he really won't be happy to see that. But if you present it in a nice way, beautiful manner, clients get more convinced, because they in the first go itself they feel, oh wow, इन्होंने मेहनत किया है, कुछ तो किया है, ना. That way, so everything that we do will be on the Figma only. Apart from of course the survey, तो सर्वे का जो आउटकम होगा वो भी हम फिग्मा पे बनाएंगे.
ओके सर.
सो जैसे मान लो अभी ये क्वेश्चन है जिसमें हमारे कुछ आएंगे क्वेश्चन आंसर्स मल्टीपल. सो व्हाट फैक्टर्स डू यू कंसीडर. सो मान लो जो हमने लिखा था उसमें कॉस्ट, फिर हो गया डिस्काउंट एटसेट्रा. सो इसके लिए आप एक अलग स्लाइड बना सकते हैं फॉर सच आंसर्स. सो एक एक करके आप सब डेटा यहाँ पर ऐसे ऐड करोगे. सो आप एक एक क्लाइंट को प्रेजेंट करोगे दैट see these are the research that we have done, and based on the research these are the data. So this data will help us enhance our platform. So मान लो we have this question of Google login versus guest login. Correct. So we can pitch to the client कि सर अभी आपके इसमें currently you have an email login, so let's switch to Google login, है ना. So that we also came to know because of the stats. इसलिए research is important. Right. So before the next lecture, that is on Wednesday, you guys have to first complete the survey. You guys have to find out the answers to all these questions. Okay, general research. You can find it out on any platform you like. Okay. Abhi, now let's move to the next stage, which is the competitive analysis. Okay. So first, who are the competitors? We'll list that down. ठीक है. So खाली एक बेसिक लिस्ट बना रहे हैं हम. So हमने शायद अभी यहाँ पर कहीं लिखी भी. Let's call it from there.
ऊपर लिखिए, ऊपर क्वेश्चन में है is my trip.
So is my trip. Okay, is my trip.
इसमें भी कॉम्पिटिटिव एनालिसिस भी हम डोमेस्टिक और इंटरनेशनल करके इसको सेग्रीगेट कर सकते हैं ना.
हाँ, वो वन ऑफ द फैक्टर हो सकता है।
हम्म,
जैसे booking.com है, वो ग्लोबल है ना। मेक माई ट्रिप है, तो आई डोंट थिंक कि वो आप बाहर से या कहीं से कर सकते हो। नॉट रियली श्योर।
नहीं नहीं, मेक माई ट्रिप, रुको ना, मैं देख लेता हूँ, कर सकते हैं, मेरे को
मतलब आई
जहाँ
डोंट
तक।
थिंक कि आप उसमें डॉलर्स में कर सकते हो, बट ऑन booking.com यू कैन। Airbnb पे also you can।
Airbnb is a global.
हाँ,
Make my trip
that's a
also you
global।
can.
Okay।
Right now, on Make my trip. I think on every travel platform you can, but वो फिर बाहर के लिए फिर ज्यादा ही होगी प्राइस,
हाँ,
सेम नहीं होगा।
करेक्ट। सो और कौन से ट्रैवल प्लेटफॉर्म्स है? ईज माई ट्रिप, मेक माई ट्रिप, यात्रा, Airbnb, booking.com।
स्टिल जैसे मेक माई ट्रिप है, वो मेरे को रुपीज में प्राइस शो कर रहा है। मैं
हाँ,
यूरोप में बैठा हूँ, उसने
करेक्ट।
प्राइस बदला नहीं यूरो में, तो वो डोमेस्टिक ही है।
हाँ, दैट इज अ डोमेस्टिक, करेक्ट। सो इफ आई
कायक है, कायक कायक है कॉम्पिटिटिव में। ये बड़े प्लेटफॉर्म से कायक हो गया, फिर अ,
platforms, let's see और कौन से website? booking.com, make my trip, Agoda।
स्काई स्कैनर, अगोड़ा, स्काई स्कैनर टॉप पे,
Sky Scanner।
स्काई स्कैनर। Even for a competitive analysis, we can segregate this like domestic, international, for the companies who uh, compare different websites on their platform on how much they are offering.
हाँ,
Like
so
Sky Scanner.
that is an aggregator। So वो हमारे कंपटीशन में इसलिए होंगे क्योंकि लोग उसको प्रिफर कर रहे हैं प्लेटफॉर्म को, ठीक है, बट दे आर नॉट डायरेक्टली द कंपटीशन, है ना। दे आर नॉट डायरेक्टली द कंपटीशन। सो जोमेटो इज नॉट अ कंपटीशन टू एनी रेस्टोरेंट, करेक्ट।
Yeah.
वैसे ही शिवागो स्काई स्कैनर इज नॉट अ कंपटीशन टू मेक माई ट्रिप, क्योंकि वो बेच रहा माल मेक माई ट्रिप का ही है ना। That way
Cheap flights.
I think 10 are enough। 10 are enough। So abhi, while doing competitive research, we have to consider a few of the things। So what are those now? Let's
Even
see।
even one of the platform is Google in itself.
Yes, yes। ठीक है। So अभी हम यहाँ क्या करेंगे ना, so just change my sharing to web and let's see। So I'll open up some of the websites and we'll see how do we compare it। Booking.com, Airbnb, trip, and Yatra। Okay, so we'll see as to how do we compare them। Okay, so let's go step by step now। Okay, so by the way, the very first thing that we see on the website, so this entire thing that we see, right, itna viewable area, this is called as the first fold of the website। Okay, and first fold is very important for any user, क्योंकि first fold पे you take a judgment immediately as to where or how does the website function and what do I do. You know? So if I just compare the first fold also, let's see, right? Every first fold is different. So if you see this, there's a prominent call to action of search. So I know that I have to search. Okay. If I see here Airbnb, so it's a little confusing because I don't know as to what is happening. I have not asked for these
This is,
results. Correct.
but this is not Airbnb's first. This is Airbnb.
This is at least for India. Let's see Airbnb.com. No, it is taking me to my local website. So here they have given a prominent search find, but this is too overpowering. These amazing pools.
Mm-hmm.
This is very overpowering. So instead of me finding anything, they are giving me something that's really not relevant to me right now. So now this is an off, right? Stays, experiences, online experiences. So I'm literally, once I'm lost. So what do I do? Whether I'm, searching for anything, whether I have landed on the different website altogether. So it's difficult. And again, this is mainly just for the stays, not for every, like a complete package. Going to Make My Trip. Again, Make My Trip is very cluttered, right? If you see, it is really very cluttered. So I am not sure as to what do I do, where do I click. But they have smartly, used these big fonts that differentiates.
Mm.
Else, अगर ये भी छोटा ही होता, so it would have been very difficult for me to understand
Like
what do I do.
Airbnb, yes.
Yes, exactly. Then Yatra.
In
So what?
Airbnb, the search bar in Airbnb is merging with the whole website, but it's like you can't see it, you can't find it in once.
Yes, exactly. Perfect takeaway. So if you see Yatra, what they have done is their homepage is scroll on the right, but the search remains on the left. Sticky. So here, first thing I am confused whether I am booking, a flight, I am booking a hotel or a holiday package. But right now, if you see, this is for a flight because here the flight is selected. So this is again off. It does not really, tells me upfront whether what is this about, whether it is for hotel, whether it is for flight. And here they have mentioned book flight, hotels, etc. Everything. Correct? So this is misleading, misguiding to the users. So this should have been given a little more prominence, right? What I am searching. So now coming, to the competitive part. By the way, what I was saying is this first fold is very important. It should be so simple, so to the point that everyone understands it as to what do I have to do and what is the major call to action for me. Correct? So now coming back to our
Oh,
file.
you can open one more kayak. Open kayak.
File. This is nice because they have clearly, differentiated that I'm on flights. Where do you want to go? This copy tells me that this is about, some travel, some flights, and not for stays. Because when I say stays, they have, smartly changed it to where do you want to stay. So this is a good thing that they have differentiated using a copy. But again, this could have been at the bottom. No one really cares about the newsletter. Correct.
Yeah,
So this can go down somewhere here. But
I
this is
think they do. That's why they put it up.
yeah. But it's a good platform to do the competitive research. Hmm. So the best part of this is there is no hampering of the data in between. So when I'm on search, I'm only on search, which is a very good thing compared to rest of the things. If you see, very cluttered, very cluttered, very cluttered, right? This is still okay.
So, Harsh, when you are seeing this, and because when I am seeing this, when everyone is seeing it, maybe everyone has a different takeaway from this website. सबका कुछ अलग takeaway.
Correct.
तो नजरिया क्या होना चाहिए in simple terms to what are we looking for?
So see, if I'm looking
What?
it from a user's perspective, it would be different. So मान लो मैं यहाँ पर as a user's perspective से आ रहा हूँ, ठीक है? I am here,
Mm,
I to book something. मान लो I am here to
mm,
book a flight, ठीक है?
हाँ,
I come on booking.com, I see okay stays. Let me move to flights. Okay, then I'll do my journey. This was simple. I didn't pay much attention here. Okay. Then I
mm,
went to it. I won't go to Airbnb because I want to book flight. Okay. Then coming here again, they have given me some pre-filled data of Mumbai, Goa. So I'll select some. I'll select the dates. Search. It's a good thing again for me. The process wise, I am doing what I want to. Here, okay, similar thing. Here also, it's a similar process. So as a user, when I think of it, right, I am mentally, I am trying to search for a search box. Mentally,
okay.
I am trying to find out for a search box. So how well the search box is laid out for me as a UX designer, I have to see that. Right?
Mm,
If you are finding it difficult to focus, if you are finding it, so if you see here, correct, they have not given any
mm,
pre-filled data apart from, whereas
mm,
others are giving some sort of data to me. So that clearly
mm,
shows that what I have to enter here, what I have to enter here. Getting my point? So that's an additional experience for me. It's a good experience for me. So here also they are not giving,
okay.
but it's good. This is good again because they have some pictures associated to it, so I can easily relate. Even though I won't be
Mm,
judging because of the photos, I'll straight away write
mm-hmm,
Bangalore only or Bangkok only. But at least it's a good experience apart from a normal drop down.
mm,
So when you see it from user, it is going to be your purpose, your task that you will focus on. But when you see it from a UX designer's point of view, you will see whether the purpose of the task is easily achievable or not. That should be the perspective.
mm.
Hope it answers your question.
हाँ, it answers.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So, okay. So I have laid out one template for the competitive research. Let me just pull it up. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. So for the competitive research, so what we do is we add the logos out here, okay, and then we rate them in these factors. One is the excellent, one is good, satisfactory, okay, and poor. So instead of giving stars to them, we give them actual, values. So These are the factors that you have to take care. First is the navigation. That is the navigation good enough for the user to understand or not? Okay. Then the first word, is the first word solving the purpose of the user, or again no? That you have to again decide. The content. So how we saw on the kayak, the content was really nice. It stood out. So is the content good or not? The graphics, the images, the illustrations, are the icons, are they to the point or not? Whether they are making sense, are they too cluttered, are they too busy? Huh? Then the booking process. Is the booking process good? Is it seamless, or am I not understanding something? So based on that, you will have to rate. Overall experience. So now you see from the user experience guide. You have to think from that perspective, that whether the overall experience of the website is good or not. Right? So even though the content may be bad, but if Yatra is giving me a good experience overall, I would give high points to that. So I'll take a entire journey. Of course, I won't make the payment, but at least I'll go to the end of the journey as to how easy it was, how time consuming it was, or was it really fast. So that is something that we'll have to take care. And then overall design. So now when we say overall design, you have to uh, think about colors, you have to think about fonts, you have to think about spacing. Say from overall design point of view, I would give no marks to Yatra, because that they have like pathetic design.
Yeah.
At the same time, if I go to Make My Trip or Airbnb or even Kayak for that matter, they are doing good in design. Correct. So that is how you do the competitive analysis. So in competitive analysis, if you are doing it for website, of course you won't have reviews and ratings. But if you are doing it for mobile, you do have to add the app reviews, the app downloads. Okay. So when I say app reviews, it's the star. That what is the user's rating for this particular app. So what happens is, this entire competitive research tells the client that the users are giving 4.2 to Yatra, but overall UX wise it is not appropriate. Whereas on the other hand, users are giving 2 points, say to booking.com, 2 reviews. But overall the experience is even worse, and the design is even worse. Example. So that relates that better the experience and better the reviews. That clearly comes out from competitive research. Okay. And when you also do this competitive research, don't stick only to this. Take good references from the competitors, because users are accustomed to that particular layout. Users are accustomed in using other platforms. So always take inspiration from that. Don't copy. I'm not saying copy the designs or copy the layouts. No. But keep something similar so that they can relate to it. Else, if you give completely new thing to them, right, it's an off. It's a complete off for them. Yeah. So that is about the competitive research. So now let's see S2. So we have talked about the factors to consider. So what would be the outcome of this entire research that we did? So in the next lecture that we will do, we will jump upon the user personas, because that would be the outcome of our research, of our user research, general research, and of course the competitive analysis. User journey maps. Again, if you take the entire journey while doing a competitive research, you will be quite happy to do the user journey maps easily. Insights and finding, of course, we'll get from the general research. Prioritize user needs will get from general research and from the interviews and surveys. Usability issues that you have to find out, and of course there would be listed some in the surveys also by the users. And validation of assumptions. So for example, if I as a client, I'm assuming that people want email ID only, they don't want Google login. So if I have the research in hand, I can validate that no, it is wrong. Users do need Google login, users do need guest checkout, and it is a false assumption that users don't use Google or guest checkout. So based on this research, we can also validate our assumptions. Here, so today just revising as to what we did. We first did the surveys, user research. We found questions for the surveys, similar for the interviews. Then we did the research, general research. We set up the base, we set up the questions for our research that will give us the inputs with regards to existing data on the internet. We performed a small competitive analysis with the competitors with some factors in mind, which is the uh, the navigation, the content, the UX, the overall process, and everything. And ultimately, we'll get these particular outcomes. Okay. So, summing it up here, we have to first thing again practice Figma on regular basis. Second, conduct the surveys. You can also do interviews if time permits and if you have some people around you. Third, get the stats and data about the general research, lay them out on the Figma just like I did, and also perform competitive research. So you have good amount of 4 or 5 days now until Wednesday. So we will go through as to what everyone of you all have done, and then we'll move ahead to the next stage, which is user personas and journey map in the next lecture. Yeah. And
Okay.
we'll also
Harsh.
yeah.
Oh, no, you say, then I will completely.
And we'll, if the time permits in the next lecture, we'll also not touch base on UX laws and behavioral science, or not that, but at least the information. Yeah, Rishi, you were saying something.
Okay. As we were talking about competitive research and about competitive analysis, do user as a UX designer or when we are doing competitive analysis, normally as a UX, that person only goes through the whole thing, या फिर जो मुझे समझ में आया, like आई एम ऑलरेडी अ पर्सन जो शायद इन वेबसाइट्स को गो थ्रू करना जानता है कि कहाँ पे क्या होगा, सो इट्स इजी फॉर मी, इट्स इजी टू फाइंड थिंग्स फॉर मी, सो क्योंकि मेरे को पता है कि सुई कहाँ पर है फ्रॉम ए पूरे हैश में, सो इट्स इजी फॉर मी। तो डू नॉर्मली पीपल डू दैट कि हाँ किसी और को जो ये सब चीजें नॉर्मली उसको उसके लिए नया है ये सब, उसको बैठा के हाँ तू अब गो थ्रू कर एंड जस्ट वॉच देम व्हाट दे डू एंड जस्ट नोट डाउन द पॉइंट्स की हाँ ये यहाँ अटका, ये यहाँ पे इसको इशू आया, एंड जस्ट सीइंग देम व्हाट इश्यूज दे आर फेसिंग।
So this is done, and this is called as usability testing. Okay, but it is done by the product company. So मान लो if Make My Trip है, ठीक है, so Make My खुद की वेबसाइट की यूजेबिलिटी टेस्टिंग करवाते हैं इस तरीके से. What they do is they hire some people, they ask or give them particular task that perform this task on our website, and they record the videos, and then they analyze as to this is where they are stuck, this is where they didn't understand the journey, this is where they completely skipped the task, so our individual product perform their usability testing at their end. But when we do the competitive research, it is not to do with regards, so I'll be doing it for my client, not for competition. So for example, if Make My Trip is my client, so I'll be doing that with Make My Trip. Okay, that this is where the problem is. This is where your user is facing a problem. So this can also be part of your interviews, where you can record the sessions of the interviews. You can ask them as to, in this flow, what is the issue that you are facing, or what issues have you already faced in past. So that is how it is conducted. So what you are saying is done, but not at the competitive research level, because else what will happen is you will end up spending a way long time, doing the competitive research on it. That's why. And of course, if the outcome here hoga that the other company's pain point is not our headache. Our headache is our client's issue, our client's pain point. That we have to, of course, focus on. For that, you can do this particular usability testing, okay, with your existing users, or even yourself. You can do it in your office also, and then you come up with, you know, the good parts and bad parts about the competitions. That, see, this is where they are doing good. This is where they are doing bad. That that needs to be part of the competitive research.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Cool. Yeah. I need this PPT. Can you share me this PPT so I will have full data because I was not in the start.
Yeah, sure. I'll send this to you. No worries.
Mhm.
All right. So that's it for today. I'll send over the questions to you in a document. I'll also send you guys the general research questions and also the Figma, you know, the link, so that you guys can refer to the layout, you know, this particular layout, as to how these things can be laid out. Okay. So we'll meet again on Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. and we'll move ahead to the next stage of the course. Right?
सर आज का लेक्चर यूट्यूब पे कब आएगा? I lost my internet connection.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a nice day and stay safe. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Harsh, one question. आप last time बोले थे कि 2
Bye, sir.
hours की class लूंगा.
We started off at 8:45, so it's almost 2 hours. Yeah.
अच्छा
Yeah.
ठीक है.
Because for the
Okay.
other thing, it's too much to, you know, grasp. That's why.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Okay, मैं आपको फिग्मा का शेयर करता हूँ
Yeah,
और
please.
है ना, और फिर मुझे उस पे बताना इनपुट्स आपके.
Cool. Done. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.